Swami Vivekananda teachings. Obsession and fanaticism are opposed to love and happiness. Let me tell you a story. There was a poor man who wanted some money, and somehow he had heard that if he could get hold of a ghost, a genie, he can command him to bring him money or anything else he liked. So he was very anxious to get hold of a genie. He went about searching for someone who would give him a genie, and at last he found a sage with great powers, and he asked for the sage's help. The sage asked him what he would do with a genie. The man said, "I want a genie to work for me. Please teach me how to get hold of a genie, sir. I desire it very much," said the man. But the sage said, "Don't disturb yourself. Go home." The next day the man went again to the sage and began to weep and pray. "Please give me a genie. I must have a genie, sir, to help me." At last the sage was disgusted, and he said, "Take this charm, repeat this magic word, and a genie will come. And whatever you say to him, he will do. But beware, they are terrible beings, these genies. They must be kept busy continuously. If you fail to give him work, he will take your life." The man replied, "That is easy. I can give him work for all his life." Then he went to a forest, and after long repetition of the magic word, a huge genie appeared before him and said, "I am a genie. I have been conquered by your magic, but you must keep me constantly employed. The moment you fail to give me work, I will kill you." The man said, "Build me a palace." And the genie said, "It is done. The palace is built." The man said, "Bring me money." And the genie said, "Here is your money." Then the man said to the genie, "Cut this forest down and build a city in its place." The genie said, "That is done. Anything more?" Now the man began to be frightened and thought he could give him nothing more to do. The genie did everything in a moment. The man wanted to take a little rest, but the genie said, "Give me something more to do, or I will eat you up." The poor man could not find any occupation for the genie and was terrified. So he ran away and ran and at last reached the sage and said, "Sir, please protect my life." The sage asked him, "What is the matter?" And the man replied, "I have nothing further to ask the genie to do. Everything I tell him to do, he does it in a second, and he threatens to eat me up if I do not give him work." Just then the genie arrived, saying, "I'm gonna eat you up." The man began to tremble and begged the sage to save his life. The sage said, "I'll find you a way out. Look at that dog with a curly tail. Ask the ghost to straighten that tail." The man told the genie, "Straighten that dog's tail for me." The genie slowly and carefully straightened the tail, but as soon as he let it go, the tail instantly curled up again. The genie kept trying again and again, but the tail refused to remain straight. As soon as the genie let it go, it curled up again. After a few days, the genie got exhausted and said, "I've never been in such trouble before in my life. I'll make a compromise with you. You let me off the hook and let me go, and I will let you keep all I've given you, and I will promise not to harm you." The man was very pleased and accepted the offer gladly. This world is like a dog's curly tail. People have been striving to straighten it out for hundreds of years, but when they let it go, it has curled up again. This is the condition of a fanatic, holding on to something stubbornly. How to get over being a fanatic? One must first know how to work without attachment. Then one will not be a fanatic. When we know that this world is like a dog's curly tail and it will never get straightened, we will not become fanatics. If there were no fanaticism in the world, it would make much more progress than it does now. It is a mistake to think that fanaticism can improve mankind. On the contrary, it is a retarding element, creating hatred and anger, and causing people to fight each other, and making them unsympathetic. We think that whatever we do or possess is the best in the world, and what we do not do or possess is of no value. But always remember the example of the curly tail of the dog whenever you have a tendency to become a fanatic. You need not worry or lose sleep about the condition of the world. The world will go on without you. When you have avoided fanaticism, then alone will you work well. It is the level-headed person, the calm person, of good judgment and cool nerves, who has great sympathy and love, who does good work. That person will do good for oneself and the world. But the fanatic is foolish and has no sympathy. He can never straighten the world, nor can he himself become pure and perfect. We should not be fanatics of any kind, because fanaticism is opposed to love. A fanatic cannot have love in the heart. It is not easy to do this instantly, but we should learn to do so. The calmer we are and the less disturbed our nerves, and we refuse to be a fanatic, we shall love and find love more, and our work and life will be better.